How does the concept of ministerial responsibility work?
The doctrine of ministerial responsibility is important because it is the backbone of the cabinet system as practiced in the parliamentary system. Being a British ex-colony, Malaysia has inherited the Westminster model, which is the current government elected constituting the people's representatives are responsible for every activity done at the ministry and department that being observed. Ministerial responsibilities, meaning underlying principle is the entire governmental act, not the individual minister is responsible. Rules that needs to be followed by the minister is that they must accept any decision that made by the parliament, even if they does not agree with the decision given. 2. That can convey its meaning of ministerial responsibilities succinctly are a collective responsibility that requires all ministers to be equally responsible towards all decisions of other ministers. Second, individual ministerial responsibility is a defining element in the conventions of responsible government. For example, cooperation between the Health Ministry and the Immigration Department in efforts to deal with the pandemic COVID-19 in our country.
Some conducts of the ministers. First, display a code of conduct and be considerate so that all actions in the performance of their duties do not tarnish the image and reputation of the office or department. Second, exhibit behavior that is not in conflict with the laws and regulations, enforce and ensure that all actions during or after work are in line with the laws and regulations. Third, always dress clean, smart and modest attire at work according to the administrative circular on attire. The misconduct of the ministers is first, carelessness in carrying out responsibilities to the extent of jeopardizing the interests of the office or department. Deliberate delay in acting on official directives. Last but not least, failure to display cooperation, dedication, and commitment to duties.
Issues of ministerial responsibility in Malaysia. Some leaders are using money and connections during elections because they wanted to have the highest number of voters, so they would have a higher position in Parliament. For example, during a debate in the House, a controversial recording was almost played, stating a Prime Minister, Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, saying UMNO members of Parliament could be enticed to join Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia if they were offered ministerial posts or positions in government. Next is law enforcement of country's law. It leads to chaos, as crimes may occur, such as bribery and robbery. For instance, in 2018, Bangladesh immigrants increased as their employers bribed the officials to get their applications approved, which leads to low establishment of immigration law. Moreover, ignorance of community leaders, as they may think the problem faced by locals are small and thought they could handle it themselves. This may lead to anger citizens. For example, in 2017, 2 doublets had angered the residents as they didn't help in dealing with the flood faced by residents, and they only supplied 1 food and left.
Provide solutions for the issue. First, we as citizens need to be wise in choosing leaders, because current leaders are more in pursuit of names and positioned for self-interest. For example, Sheikh Sadiq, who once held the position Minister of Youth and Sport, became more famous and got many jobs offered, such as being a model, ambassador, and so on. Second, the responsibility of the Minister of Defense is to tighten the law. For example, by introducing the law of immigrants for foreigners who do not have a passport, will be subjected to severe action, such as hanging to death. If not punished severely like this, foreigners who have been repatriated to their country of origin will try to re-enter Malaysia through illegal routes. Third, leaders must be alert to the situations experienced by the locals, because it is their responsibility to take care of the welfare of the people, especially for those who need help most. For example, leaders who win votes in their constituency need to provide assistance to them, namely basic necessities such as rice, flour, and others, and money to cover their daily lives, to protect their welfare and the right of those who have voted for the leader.